Trash podcast, or maybe if you're just trying it out for the first time, just welcome in general. Well, today we're going to be talking about The Hunt with my co-host Angel,
Hello.
and then our friend joining for the day, Matt.
Hola.
Unfortunately, Chris was unable to join us today because for some reason his dumbass didn't go to see the podcast or the movie. So now we have to do it just the three of us, even though we were trying to make it four. So, what's your guys' thoughts on the film?
Well, definitely to start off, The Hunt. Coming into the movie, and just thinking like, I know Jane and I were talking about it pre-handedly before even watching it. I didn't know anything about it whatsoever. And on the car ride there, Jay explained to me that, it was kind of this little political antic type of thing going on. And so my biggest worry was that it was going to either go far left or far right, in which it really didn't. It was surprisingly very balanced in terms of looking at looking at it from both sides and perspectives, and just how idiotic both sides really were in terms of the far right and the far left. And so even just the funny like stereotypes that were in place in terms of the characters that supported both sides were just ridiculous. And surprisingly enough, I feel like some of those people really do exist. But definitely, I think that was my favorite part, was just seeing both of these like far, right and left interacting with each other to the point where they are, doing some crazy shit towards each other. So generally, in terms of the political side of the movie, definitely my favorite part, and why it was, I guess, very tensionous and pretty, I'd say, kind of ballsy a bit to go for it, as for a movie of Hollywood movie. So not bad, not bad. I don't know what you guys felt was interesting for you guys.
I definitely like the political side to it because it really just shows how both sides can be very extreme at some points.
Yeah,
Like, I feel like none of them do their own thinking half the time. They just like hear someone and then they're like, ah, yeah. That's what I agree with. Yeah, that's because
yeah,
he represents us, us people fighting for the right to live in America. Well,
yeah,
either side you see it, but I did like the fact that it was not Republicans killing these people. You would think, that's the first go to, that
yeah,
Republicans, the ones who want guns, the ones who want to hunt, that they would be the one to like agreeing to kill people, But no, it turns out to be these far left liberal people. And I'm not saying anything about the left. That's just not my. I'm not gonna get into politics or anything like that. I don't know enough, and I don't need to know enough. But yeah, I just think I find it ironic that it was the far left that went after these people, and that the fact that they were so upset because they posted things on the internet, which is kind of true for some of the people on that side.
yeah,
While on the right, they can see whatever they fucking want, and they really don't give a fuck. They just like to
yeah.
oppose whatever they feel like isn't right.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that on in the entirety of it because I don't know. I don't know. My train of thought just went out the window.
It's all good.
But
That's called chewing the
yeah.
shit.
Fuck. I don't know. Just cut that out. I guess. I'm trying to think.
No, that's okay. We can leave this all in. It's meant to be realistic. It's not meant to be fucking,
No,
perfect all
Yeah.
the
just
time.
whatever thoughts you have on it. What was your favorite part?
Yeah, is there any favorite
Maybe favorite
parts?
favorite
I kind
character.
of I liked how the beginning, how you didn't know what the main character, who it was gonna be, like it kind of it
Mm-hmm.
started off with there was that blonde girl who you were like, okay, so we're following her possibly like maybe throughout this whole entire the hunt, where you kind of know that it's gonna be something like that because of the interaction in the beginning, how the guy woke up and everything. So you're thinking, oh, like that's gonna be the main character. We're gonna follow her, and then just right away, it's like, oh, nope, it just like smacks you in your face. It's like, nah,
Yeah,
negative. Like this isn't really about that. We're trying to just portray that, the different stereotypes and everything. And I thought that was cool as they were going through all the different characters.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
was pretty
Um,
funny. What do
Yeah,
you guys think about Don Trader maybe?
Don. Oh. Yeah, Don.
Because
It was
I
weird.
don't think they confirm it at all.
No, they didn't. They did not confirm it.
Unless
I
like he was the
think
last two pictures at the bottom, because I noticed that there was like 11 photos, and I'm
11.
assuming
Yes.
because
Yep.
they wanted 12, but then they killed that one guy before he got there. So I thought,
Yeah.
oh yeah, there's 11 because he didn't get because that last guy died on the plane.
And you couldn't really see the photos and whether Don was in one of them, right?
Yeah, the last two were
Very-
not. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, in terms of Don's character, I am gonna make the personal, I guess, inference, or not even to infer, just to predict possibly or guess that he was definitely. I think he was on the right. Personally, for me, I think the reason he didn't put down his gun was possibly because it's kind of like the idea of, oh, right guy, oh, it's just he's not going to put his gun down. He's got a gun, gung ho for everybody, was kind of possibly the idea. I'm not too sure. Or it was. Oh no, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say on that part, I don't think he put the gun down because he was also scared of the fact that she might be, like
for sure
the traitor and stuff, and yeah, the fact that she was saying, "Oh, Don, like report back or whatever," like it was kind of like he didn't know at that point whether if they were messing with him, if they wanted him to kill her, so then he could like, go and try to finish the job. But yeah, definitely, I want to shoot it back towards you, Angel, because I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
yeah, no, for sure, no worries, man. No, definitely. I didn't even think of that, like in terms of his perspective, that it was. I mean, being in Don's perspective, yeah, and that whole thing, that whole shenanigans happening, it's like, the fuck's going on? Like,
yeah, exactly.
What the fuck do I even do with the gun? And even if this is like the right choice, it's like he was totally in the dark. Could he even blame Don for holding up the gun? Personally, yeah, like I agree. Like I don't think I blame him too much. It was a shitty situation, and plus going against some girl that you could definitely tell has some knowledge of how to fight, how to kill, how to use a weapon, is a weapon, pretty dangerous. And I don't blame him for not putting that gun down and wanting to kind of protect his life to its fullest, whether he was in the right or the wrong at that moment. Or I mean,
yeah,
he didn't even know whether he was in the right or wrong. He was just kind of like, the fuck's going on? So totally agree. What about you, Jay? What did you feel about that part that you mentioned? Now that you mentioned.
I think she just killed an innocent man. To be honest with you, I think she just gunned down some dude who had nothing to do with this. Yeah. I think that's like the only one where she's kind of unsure about, and I'm a little unsure about it too. I don't know. I trusted Don, like,
yeah,
because think about it, he like sacrificed the pig, and if he knew the pig was kind of important to, like, what's her face? I think Athena, right? What's her name?
No, Athena was the girl that she killed. It was some other girl.
Oh, okay. Well, even if he was in the group, he would know that pig is important, right? And the whole point is to teach these lives that like they need to care about other things' lives. You know what I mean? Such as like other like Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I think it would be weird for someone on that side to want to sacrifice a pig. You know?
Yeah.
Especially knowing that it's their friend's pig, and that that kind of matters to them.
For sure.
Or their pet. So I think Don honestly was innocent, and I mean, I don't blame him for not putting down the gun. It was a very intense situation, but I don't know. Part of me is kind of just like, I would rather take that risk of putting down the gun, because if I don't, I'm for sure dead.
Yeah.
Like if I put down the gun, I'm 50-50 dead. But if I don't put down the gun, yeah, I'm for sure dead. So I think if Don didn't do it, I think he's kind of a dumbass, but
yeah, and I mean, he could have just shot her.
Oh, most definitely.
Even if he was on the other side, he could have shot her the moment that he had the chance to. When she was like, "Put the gun down," he could have just went, "Just kidding," But yeah, I totally agree. I think that he wasn't part of that whole thing of the elitist left. They really made you think about it. They were like, because I was kind of like alluding to that when they were in the car together and he was talking to that guy.
Yeah.
And the what was he was some British guy that picked him up or something, but he was like the American embassy. I don't know, but yeah, anyways, when he was talking to that guy and he was telling him, he was like, so what do you think, why do you think we picked you guys? And he was like, well, what do you mean? And then that's when she kind of picked up on the whole thing and was like, yeah, this guy's part of their. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like at that moment I was kind of thinking, I was like back and forth between if Dawn was like on their side or not,
Yeah.
because it kind of makes you think that. And then the moment that she was like, oh, Dawn, it's like, oh, geez, like I feel like I was right, but at the same time, like obviously I don't think I was right because the fact that he could have just pulled the trigger and like finished
Yeah.
her.
Speaking about the part, like kind of being confused and not knowing who to trust, I think like lies was very heavily like around in this movie, which was funny because it wasn't just lies that were just shown like towards the characters, but I feel like lying towards us because one of the funniest parts and by far my favorite, I think one of my favorite characters is Gary. You know, shut the fuck up, Gary. You know, um,
Hmm.
but yeah, just when they're on the train and they see those like I guess
Refugees.
they would refugees, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Gary, the fuck are you doing, dog? Like, just put your fucking gun down, you know? They're like,
Yeah.
they're
Hmm.
refugees, dog. And I was thinking, like, this dude's just crazy. And when you find out one of the refugees is one of the elitists, you know, you're just like, hold the fuck up, you know? Like, I don't even know like what they're gonna throw at me in terms of a curveball, you know? They just did that
Hmm.
shit. And
And that's right when
so,
she meets Dawn too.
yeah, right. And
So I was
it
like,
was,
oh god.
yeah, right. You don't know what what to expect. And
Hmm.
so it was definitely this thing where yeah, you couldn't really trust anyone at all. You didn't know, who was who, and possibly the only character you could kind of, I guess, trust was the main character to be who she claimed to be in some way or form. Even then, it was a little hard because you didn't even know what they were going to decide to make her at the end. In terms of the main character coming to her, I won't lie, I think I hit. Just saying, she. I was like, I saw
I'm
their
telling your
shorts. Like,
girlfriend.
look,
I'm telling your girlfriend.
you said I'm telling
Bro,
you.
I'm showing her this
she looked like
exact audio.
You say exact audio. Like to no, like
she looked
I
like Tomb
mean
Raider.
Tomb Raider. I mean it was yeah, it was funny. It was like a weird.
I'm about to cut that. I'm about to put just like an ugly ass alien chick,
You said
and
ugly ass
and all
alien
it's
chick.
just gonna be a picture of that, and it's gonna be your audio just over it, just saying, yeah, you know what? I think I hit.
I I hit that. All
I
right,
hit that.
I hit that.
That
No,
that
but
nice
further, like
tentacle pussy.
you said. But yeah, I don't know. I thought in terms of a character, she was like a really cool badass female that didn't feel like she's just kind of badass for no reason. I mean, she was in the military, so kind of makes sense on reason why she was really good at, directing certain situations in her favor in terms of, weapons and just death, So
I
I don't
Hmm.
know.
think one of
That
my
is,
favorite scenes with her is probably when she's like, "Do you think I should spare your life because you're a woman?" And she's like, no," and she just gets fucking shot in the fucking head. It's so fucked up, but it was probably the best scene.
yeah.
Yeah, what did she say? Do you think I should give you mercy, right, or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that?
Do you think I should show you
Yeah,
mercy because you're a woman? And she was
yeah.
like,
There you go.
no, and
Bam.
just bomb right to the
Yeah.
fucking dome.
But yeah, that was another thing where Don was like kind of trying to keep her alive, you know? He like kind of maybe if he was on the other side, he like expected her not to probably kill all of them. So he was like, well, I'm just going to let her go in and hopefully, get killed or whatever. And then now I don't
Yeah.
have to deal with her. Yeah, that was another part where he was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, because that might
Yeah,
have been his friend, you know? So then it definitely makes you question his character. You're like, what should I think? I don't know what to think.
I think the final part, heading to the final part of the movie, was definitely interesting. The fight was, I think the fight was alright. It was pretty funny how they were kind of, I don't know. I think it was kind of weird how that one, like the final leaders chick, Athena, right? She kind of knew already how to full on like no combat within 8 months. Personally, don't think that's long enough to learn at least what she was fucking doing, and no less from a guy who was what like they said he was like a Coast Guard, right? So he's not even front
National Guard.
National Guard. What
Yeah.
they're not really front up, right? They don't really deal with all the tough shit. Like I would think
No, they're
someone
they're
from
kind of like the
Afghanistan.
Army Reserves. Yeah,
The Army
no.
was okay, yeah. See, and so it's ridiculous how she was able to, I guess, learn that much, from this fool. Like it kind of didn't make sense. I was kind of guessing that this,
Mhm.
the main character from, with this army ass background and went to Afghanistan with just like straight up folder ass, but I guess not. You know, they did it for the sake of, I guess, plot, trying to make it a little more equal and not one sided. So I get it.
Yeah. Also, that rage that Athena apparently had built up, because she was the one that said it in the text message.
Yeah.
The fact that she said she was joking around or whatever. But I feel like that's why they said like, oh, she trained so hard for 8 months, and 8 months, that's a good period of time. And if you really have that built up rage, I feel like maybe you can get up to that point of fighting ability. But there's definitely some things where she did where it was like, yeah, like I don't know if you'd be able to learn all that like for sure within that time. But I don't know. What do you think, Jay, about the whole thing?
I think it was kind of weird that she was the one to get fired off of that. The reason I think that is just because usually you see the Republican guy or the Republican girl get fired from their jobs, usually because they say something that doesn't really hold true with the company they work for. And I'm not saying they fucking don't deserve it. I'm just saying that people should be more wary of what they say on the internet because it's released to the public. And I think that they should probably just keep it to themselves sometime. I think from both sides. Just keep it to your fucking self. No one needs to know what you're thinking. No one really cares that much. It only affects them once they know what you're thinking. So just keep it to yourself and you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Especially if you work for like a company, like you said, that doesn't have those viewpoints. You shouldn't just be slandering on social media and saying all this crazy stuff.
Exactly. Like I'm a personal believer of free speech. You should say whatever the fuck you want. But that does not mean your speech doesn't have repercussions. You can have consequences for saying things.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is that, yeah, she got her ultimate consequence. I mean, she ended up fucking dead because she was so hard set on this stupid bullshit because she can't get over the fact that a joke ruined her life. I think she probably found it ironic because, like I just told you, it's mostly Republican people that get fired for that shit. But because she said that joke and it got leaked, guess what, bitch? Now you're fired for that shit too. It doesn't fucking work on one side. That's not how the justice system works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it was kind of ironic, and I think it was pretty funny watching that coming from the side that usually pushes for people being fired.
Definitely. From like the elitist side, in terms of all the characters that fit in those like stereotypes of, I guess, the far left. I won't lie, that shit was pretty fucking funny, because that's some shit that I think a lot of people can kind of, I guess, come on, like, I feel like everyone has seen at least that one comment where it's just like stop it. Like, that's a little too far,
Especially with this coronavirus fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Before anything, fuck you, Corona. You won't come for my head, bitch. Continue.
So continue, all right. But yeah, like, just these characters, I mean, it just made me laugh. And it's funny because for these characters that I guess spout so much, it was weird being elitist and having this kind of like very high ego, and at the same time trying to be politically correct at the same time was really weird. I felt like some of the characters didn't really give a fuck whether they were on that side. Like, they possibly believe in many of those things are more on education.
Well, that's the thing, Angel, is they're elitists. They're not just the basic liberal, essentially, They're the people that think they're higher than everybody, but they swing to the liberal spectrum, and that's the thing. Like, I would completely agree to a sequel of this fucking film where now it's like the Republicans doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be completely okay with that. Because it is on both sides. The extreme sides on both sides are fucking assholes and they're dipshits, alright? I don't give a fuck if you think, oh, your side's a little more correct. Okay, cool. Just because it's a little more correct doesn't mean it's fully correct. Morally, alright? If it aligns with you, fucking cool. But honestly, if you're a piece of shit and you want to spout your shit online all the time, don't be surprised you get fucking hit one day. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about from someone's fist. I'm talking about from your fucking company giving you that fucking pink slip saying get the fuck out.
Oh, yeah. No,
because,
for sure, yeah.
honestly, it's going to happen. And at that point, no one can save you, dude. All right?
Yeah.
Look out for yourself. Don't look out for others. I know that sounds fucking backwards as fuck, but it's true.
Yeah, for sure. Totally agree on that.
Especially with the part where I said racial slurs. Angel definitely agrees on that one.
Totally. Totally agree on racial slurs. No, guys, I really don't.
Oh?
I don't agree
Cancel.
on it. Canceled. Demonetized.
Angel works at Jamba Juice.
worked at Jump Street. Please, I need the job really bad. Don't do
You
it.
should have thought about that before you said those slurs, boy.
He says the N-word while he's cutting up the fruit.
Yikes! Yeah. Holy moly! Now we're getting demonetized now.
Oh Jesus!
I ain't gonna say what he said, but he said it towards black beans.
Oh my God!
Holy
All right,
Anyways,
Alright.
but yeah, I would like a sequel.
back
this
to the
film.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would definitely want to go see it.
It's I
That
will
would be
say,
cool, like reversing the
roles.
roles.
Yeah. I do think the film kind of it really lacks a style. Like every film I've seen from Blumhouse, I feel like is from the same director, and I don't know if it is. Maybe it is. Maybe every film from Blumhouse is the same director, but they always seem to have a cool story to go with, and it just lacks a style in the long run.
Yeah.
Like I can look at a Quentin Tarantino film and be like, that's a Quentin Tarantino film, you know?
Yeah.
And I can look at other directors just like filmographies and see the same thing, but when it comes to this film, I don't know. It's cool, it's funny, has dope action fights, and who doesn't love to see a fucking bad guy get shot the fuck up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
But I just
really...
when it comes to a style, when it comes to the director himself or him or herself, of course, there isn't really one there other than blood and guts. But like I said, every Blumhouse film seems to have blood and guts.
I did like the throwback to the movie Tears of the Sun, because that one guy, the National Guard guy. Wait, what? No, this is a movie. Tears of the Sun.
Yeah, John Lennon has a movie. I thought it was called something like that.
No. So Tears of the Sun, the movie, it's like a military movie about these like group of operative like Navy SEALs who go to Nigeria to get this doctor out of there, and so that one guy who like trained like the elitist, I guess he had played in that movie, and so that's why it was funny. Contracted, yeah, because they made like a little joke like, so what are you? And when it was like National Guard, it's like, wow, you're National Guard, you're nothing else, you would expect this guy to possibly Navy SEAL, which would be kind of cool and reason why they're dangerous, but it's just like, no, this dude's a fucking joke. I thought that was kind of funny, and also the movie kind of. By the way, Tears of the Sun, it's whatevs, pretty bad. Didn't really do too good. But
you said
anyway.
Bruce Willis is in it.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is in it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bruce Willis. He's the main character in that movie. Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I thought that part was pretty funny in terms of the throwback to it.
It's called How I Won the War, for the John Lennon movie. For anybody who wanted to know.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought Tears of the Sun. Maybe I'm just thinking about the war movie because I knew you were gonna say it's a war movie, right?
Yeah.
I think I was just thinking about Here Comes the Sun.
So
I just heard. Yeah. Imagine like there's a scene where John Lennon's just blowing up fucking Vietnamese people. He's just here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Here comes the sun. Like imagine he'd be like tripping out on LSD.
Fucking insane. Also like the setting and where they decided, because it was somewhere in Croatia, right? And
it was Croatia.
Croatia, yeah. And
I just heard Russian.
Wait, what?
I just heard Russian.
Russian?
Oh, yeah, they're Russian.
Like she started. I think she started listing off certain countries because when she removed the license plate, it was a little insignia that was from definitely one of the countries from Europe. But that's why she was doing a guessing thing, because she didn't know. And when she said Croatia, then they paused and they didn't say anything, and so they're like, okay, Croatia. And so.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that part. Oh, that's the part with Don, actually. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Don's yeah.
He's like, oh, okay. Where did he meet him?
Yeah.
Well,
you're hunted like Don.
Because we heard. No, I think we saw Don in the beginning too. Wasn't he the guy who like talked to that other fucking dude? I swear to God. No.
Dude, yeah, I think he had a hat on.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
In the beginning, I'm more than sure. He fucking talked to one of the guys, and he was like, "Oh yeah," like, and then I think he was also running from the box when they like unlocked it.
I think so.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I remember that.
I'm pretty sure he was a fucking person.
No, he was.
Yeah, I totally agree with the fact that he's a rightist now, or like part of the whole group that was hunted, because
he had that shit over his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Well, even if they threw him in there to kind of throw off everyone, he still would have been shot at in the beginning when they got all the guns and stuff. And they didn't show the scene where he got shot at and everything, though. He just like
I
breaks off from the group.
I think I
Yeah.
would have liked that. I think I would have liked a different movie, kind of like The Thing. You know, in The Thing, you don't really know who it is or like what it is that's killing everybody. You kind of just like, oh shit, like it's that dog. You know what I mean? And then you see the dog take over somebody, and you're like, oh my god, who the fuck was that? You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have minded a movie where like maybe they're like they have a little rat inside. You know, that'd been pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just seeing the rat pick off people, and you're kind of like, who the fuck is a rat? You know?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, pretty interesting. Kind of
Yeah.
like it's a little guessing game, right?
Yeah.
To who's a little rat.
Oh, dude, what if we made it into like a board game, dude? And then we called it Clue. What if we did that?
I mean, yeah, there we go, dude. New movie.
Oh man.
Damn, that's so crazy.
That's so crazy.
You guys remember that game where it was like one of you was like a doctor, one was you like a cop or a detective or some shit, and then one of you, like two of you were the villains, and then there was like citizens. Remember that? And then like at the end
Clue?
of it, no, it's not Clue, but like it's like a game where you play with your friends, like at a table and stuff like that. Oh my god, it fucking sounds like Clue the more I explain it. It's like there's no board pieces, there's no nothing. Okay, it's just fucking, it's just purely you and your friends, and there's like a narrator, and pretty much like the two people that are evil have to agree on who they want to kill that night, and then like the detective has to, you know what I mean? And nobody knows who is who. Like, they don't know who the doctor is. They don't know who the detective is. Nobody knows who the citizens are.
Do the two villains know each other or no?
Yeah, they have to both look up. Like, you have to have your eyes closed looking down when nighttime comes, like you're sleeping.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the name of the game is, but it's a really fucking... I remember that game as a kid. I remember really fucking hating it.
For a second, I thought it was like, I fucking loved it. I love being the villain, killing off these... fuckers.
No, I was always the doctor, detective, never the villain. That's what always pissed me off. I'm like, man, I want to go on a fucking killing spree. Don't ever take that out of context.
I'm trying to Jeffrey Dahmer everybody at this table.
I just meant in the game that I still don't know the name of, I wanted to go on a killing spree. There you go.
All right, psycho.
Shut the fuck up. Everybody plays GTA. We all fucking are psychopaths, alright? We're all fucking immune to this shit now.
I only kill myself in GTA, okay? I pay that $500 fine, and I just blow my brains out and just go on with my GTA life.
The fact that game's, like, basically surpassed time at this point. Like, that shit came out in 2013, didn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
On PS3 and Xbox 360, dude.
Dude, and there's still people playing that motherfucker. Like,
Dude, we still play it sometimes.
Man, I don't even touch that shit now. I had to delete it to make space for Modern Warfare. I should have gone now.
Hey, that's okay, though.
That's fine. But it just amazes me that game has literally surpassed time at this point. Like, if you don't have GTA 5, that's weird. Like, if you own a system and you just don't have GTA 5, that's weird.
Dude, so you guys want to talk about the freaking, what is it, the Asian girl that gets, like, stuck in the pit? Was she Asian? She gets, like, stuck on that spike and then blown out.
No, I think she was white, bro. That was just
I think she was
girl.
white.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a white. Where did you get Asian?
I mean,
I don't know. Her, like, facial structure, maybe. I don't know.
She could have. You never know. Everyone's
I just, like,
diversity.
Yeah.
No, you could have, yeah. Like, I'm not going to say
Yeah,
no.
they
We
had
don't know
no
that.
black guys in that movie, now I think about it. It's kind of...
Yeah, they didn't want to, remember?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, we can't do that.
Oh,
we can't
when they were
do
talking
that.
about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah, that's fucked up. There should have been a black guy there.
You said there should have been a black guy there.
That's racist.
That's right.
Stand up against the patriarchy. Show them that we want black men killed just as much as white men.
But yeah, I think that was one of my
Don't
favorite
take
scenes,
that out
honestly.
of context.
I was like, oh, let me change the.
Take that out of context. Just keep saying some
shit.
real fucked up shit. Don't take this out of context, please.
Jesus
It's a joke.
Christ.
I'm playing the
Twitter's
game.
gonna fucking take my handle and fucking kill me. They're gonna bash my shit in.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite scene, honestly, when she goes, "Just do it, you snowflake," or some shit.
Yeah.
She grabs it, like, "Fucking shoot me," and he's like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, what do you mean? Like, I'm blown apart. I'm blown in half. You're gonna fucking save me?" Just fucking do it, Snowflake. Bah!
Yeah.
That was
That
comedy
shit-
right there for sure.
That was pretty
That
funny.
dark humor.
It was a
The-
very dark
I think
comedy.
another part that was like really dark humor that I really thought was real fucking funny was Tortoise and the Hare kind of story, but they named it something. Was it Jackrabbit and what else?
Biting
Oh, and the
turtle or something.
box turtle.
Box
And the
turtle.
box turtle. Yeah,
Mhm.
that shit had me rolling because I was like, "This is the fucking Tortoise and the Hare." Okay, what's gonna happen? And then at the end, what happens? The Jackrabbit goes to the box turtle.
That was so pointless. I have no idea what the fuck that was supposed to be about. I was so
I don't know what
confused.
the fuck, but I was laughing my ass off.
It was funny, but like I was just like, yeah, who is? Wait, hold up, like
It-
fucking what's his face? Don had the right idea. Like your mom told you that, number one,
Yeah.
and number two, which one are we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
no, they corresponded it to the end though. You don't remember that whole scene?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
jack-
When she sees the jackrabbit and then she gets up and fucking heals herself and shit, like she cauterizes her wound and then puts on the dress and everything. She's like, "Fuck this!" So
Oh,
that's pretty much because they said that the
forgot about
jackrabbit
that.
ate all the food and like lived in the box turtle's house after he killed everyone. Yeah, so they corresponded it to
That's-
that.
That's a nice catch.
It's so fucked
I
up.
noticed that. All right.
That's still so fucked up.
It really was though.
So wait, so you're telling me the turtle was the chick who went fucking ballistic and wanted to kill everybody? All right, well I guess I want the turtle to lose from now on in the fucking turtle and the hare story. I want the turtle to win if the turtle's that much of a piece of shit that he wants to execute human beings or other people of its own race. Then yeah, fuck it,
Yeah.
let it die, let it lose the
fox.
fucking the match.
Holy
Nah, dude, the jackrabbit's too cocky, man.
Yeah, well, I'd rather have cocky than fucking. Actually, no, they're both sick twisted
Psychotic.
fucks. Goddamn. The jackrabbit doesn't end
Yeah.
up killing the fucking turtle family just because he lost.
Oh, dude, we should talk about the Do you think it was the right person that she got? Do you think it was the right main character? Because remember at the end where she's like, "Are you the right?" What was her name again? Madison or
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. Yeah, where she was like, "Are you the right Madison?" And she's like, "No, I'm not."
No,
You didn't get the
Crystal.
right one."
Crystal.
Oh, Crystal.
Crystal. Yeah, there you go.
I
So
think.
do you think they got the right one?
Nah, I think they fucked up.
They fucked up.
No, because like she just like she was even surprised that she read Animal Farm, and I have a feeling the reason she was surprised is because she didn't expect like a Republican to read number one, right? Because that's the
Yeah.
fucking elitist side of her, right? But I think it was just that she was surprised that like she understood the themes of Animal Farm, even more than
Mm.
herself. So I think
Mm.
no, it seems to be that they didn't get the correct one
I
in
think
my
that,
eyes at
like,
least.
In terms of her character, I mean, I didn't even see her as being part of the left or right, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very,
Yeah, she was just the moderate, like you were saying, huh?
the gray
She's
area.
a gray area, and I think it's okay to be the gray area because I believe that
Yeah.
that's where the most people come from.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe that if you vote for someone, you're racist or you're fucking supporting corruption. I believe that you just
Yeah.
want a better change. I think that's what everybody wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all want good intentions. Everything that we try to do comes from good intentions. I don't think anybody that has ever really like tried to do something malicious, you know what I mean? I feel like they usually fail, but it's usually found under good intentions where it's like, oh, let's save Germany by killing all the Jews, like yeah, it's like good intentions for the German people, but now the Jews are getting real fucked now, huh? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's good intentions behind that.
Yeah, kind of.
The fact that you guys
Oh,
let me
it's a
continue
little
that,
bit of a
the
stretch.
fact that you guys let me take that far, that's just amazing.
Oh,
You
no,
guys are
yeah,
just
I was
sitting
letting-
here.
I was like, I'm waiting for that. Don't take this out of context. I'm just waiting for it. I'm like, yeah, keep going.
In other words,
In other words,
try not to do good things for people because guess what? They'll just fuck you in the long run. Help nobody other than yourself.
not all the time.
99% of the time.
Nah, I don't think so.
98.
Nah.
99.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a strong believer of like good things come back to, the people that do good things, but I feel like that
Yeah.
person has to deserve your what you're going to give them, or like how, they can't be selfish as well, or that's kind of just defeating the whole purpose.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
think
Like,
I think
definitely
there
be
needs
selfish. I mean, to some extent, for yourself. If it, when it comes
Yeah.
down to yourself, yeah, of course. I feel like we should all be selfish in our own way, for the sake, whether it's, our own family and friends, and being selfish to keep them safe and what we believe in, I guess. But of course, be open, to the perspective of others, I guess. At least that's how I try to look at shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you really want to understand a Nazi, take him to the bar once or twice,
Jesus Christ.
Like, really get to know
Well, that
him.
Nazi was just recruited by, against his will.
Yeah. What if he really didn't believe in Hitler? What if he just wanted to not be poor anymore? That's what I'm saying.
Or he was recruited against his will, like some of the Nazis were.
Yeah. What if he was just doing his job? All right. I don't mean
just,
any of this.
Totally doing his job. Totally just burning every Jew. Every now and then. Say,
hey, whoa, okay.
No, whoa. We're taking this out of context, guys. What are you talking about?
Back to what Job said, though. You gotta be selfish.
Well, yeah, that's true. I still support that.
It's either you're getting burned or they're getting burned, and
exactly.
I ain't getting burned.
I ain't burning for no one.
We ain't talking about no Jews. I'm just kidding. We're gonna have to cut that shit out.
No.
He said no.
But yeah, that character definitely Crystal, whatever, because she wasn't the right Crystal. She definitely, like what we said last night, she represented that moderate
view.
Exactly, moderate viewpoint that kind of put an end to both sides and was like, you're just like, I don't know. She was totally just by herself. She shot Dawn and she shot the other lady. Those were like the last two people from both sides. So
yeah,
it definitely was like a representation of that. I feel like.
I think if you let politics define you, you're just as boring as the people that let like their race or sexual orientation define you.
Yeah.
I think that's a problem with a lot of people nowadays is they think that shit's it's like a personality to them. You know what I mean? It's like that shit should matter to you if that's what matters to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like don't put that as a front or a personality because it's really not. Just do what you want, do what you love, and try to change anything that you don't like. If that's in your power, then do so. But
for sure.
If you're just being named Matt.
Oh,
I'm just playing.
If you feel like there's an injustice somewhere that you can change, then you should really strive for that. Because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to be happy, and I think that's what's most important.
Yeah,
for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It's not your political spectrum or the pigment in your skin or anything like that. It's just a matter of being happy, without also, sorry to interrupt that, but without also forcing anyone else to be the way you are. I think that's a big thing, is that people forget that other people have lives and they try to interject in between theirs and try to give their 2 cents when it's just like, well, if it's not affecting you, then I don't think you should, That's my opinion.
Damn, what a TED Talk.
What a TED Talk speaker I am. Matter of fact, fuck this podcast. Fuck all the bullshit. I'm going to TED Talk.
Today on TED Talk, we got Jay talking about racism and
camps. Why did it
how
work
Nazis
and how
weren't. Oh, God.
And why the Nazis should be forgiven.
Yeah, this is where our entire podcast gets canceled.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
YouTube just like fucking takes us off.
I mean, hey, the world's fucking ending, so we might as well say whatever the fuck.
Coronavirus will kill us all. Get your toilet paper ready, boys. Use the whole roll in one wipe. And then throw it at your neighbor. Let them know that declares war.
Oh, God.
That's a declaration of independence.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell. Imagine you wake up one day and you're like, oh, time to like go to work, blah, blah, blah. You're doing all your daily shit, brushing your teeth, showering. You fucking go out to your car, you see a fucking toilet paper with a bunch of shit on it attached to your windshield. That's fucked.
That's nasty.
Even I didn't do anything that bad in high school.
Listen, man, I'm not talking about a fucking little kid shit, alright? I'm talking about a big man shit. I'm talking about that one where you wake up in the morning, your colon's feeling heavy, and you're just fucking about to drop that bitch.
And declare independence.
From the country.
Remember, this is how you declare independence, kids.
Seriously, though, this film added a I think it added a conversation that we should all be having. Sadly,
Yeah.
did not do well ratings wise, which I don't think it was terribly bad. But now that I look back on it, I didn't enjoy it as much as I wish I could have, because there was just more action and more comedy than there was dialogue.
I got you.
You know? But
Yeah.
they said what they needed to be said. Both sides are equally fucking lame and douchebags and can be pieces of shit, you know?
Yeah.
But if you take it to the extreme, don't be surprised when it gets extreme, you know? I hope you don't get kidnapped for, you know, saying your opinion on the internet, because that would be very fucked up.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't take me out of context ever, please.
What do you
What would
think?
you rate this, guys?
Solid like 7, 8 maybe. I think
No. I think it was like a 6.5.
I think a 7, dude.
I think it was
I agree.
6.5.
I agree with the 7. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was alright. Like,
I
definitely
feel like it
wouldn't
could have
watch
been
every
better.
week.
It's not
I
the
got
worst thing
you.
I've ever seen, though.
Yeah.
You know, like there's definitely some shit that I watch and I'm just like, hey, y'all watch On My Block though? That shit was crazy. Season 3, we need a season 4. Am I right, boys?
I haven't watched it. I might start.
Dude, just watch it. We need a season 4.
What
New
is it on?
fans means more seasons.
I think it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably start watching it. Honestly, I need a new show to.
Angel, how did you
Watch
feel
one.
about that? How did you feel about On My Block?
I can only say first season because I haven't
You
caught up.
fucking bitch.
Well, guys, you don't take that out of context. But alright.
Imagine just on Twitter, you just have a fucking audio clip of me just going, "You fucking bitch."
Yeah, alright.
So you post a tweet on Twitter. You're just having a good day. You finally check the comments of your tweet. Oh, 3 comments, and then all of a sudden you're just hearing the fucking mic. You fucking bitch.
That was kind of sensual.
Yeah, it was.
Sick.
Just a little bit.
Fuck.
ASMR.
Yeah.
It's
Starting an OnlyFans tomorrow, actually.
an
Oh.
OnlyFans? Ooh. Yo,
Well,
dude.
I have my girlfriend out here simping.
Bro. Simping, bro.
Hey, rest in peace, Idubbbz. King needs to sleep, bro. King needs to
The
sleep.
king really needs to sleep, man.
He needs
Legit,
to-
man.
to
He was the
sleep.
chosen one, dude.
He was the
He was
chosen one.
supposed to destroy the Sims, not join them. dude.
Anakin! I love you like a brother.
I don't know, man.
This is
like,
worse than
okay.
like when Scar killed Mufasa. That's
It
how
was.
bad this is.
I don't know. I'm just disappointed.
I'm
Just-
not
come on,
gonna
Idubbbz.
sit here, Angel, and talk shit about the man who made my teenage years, alright?
No, I'm not.
I'm not gonna
trying
sit
to.
here
I am
and do
not trying to
this.
take away. I'm not trying to take away that at all. I'm just disappointed. I want him to redeem himself. I really want him to. You know, I want him to make a fucking content cop. on his
Only
fucking
way you can
girlfriend.
redeem yourself, Idubbbz, and this is Angel's words, right? So don't take this out of context. This is completely Angel's words. He said that the only way you can redeem yourself, Idubbbz, is if you literally put that bitch's head on a stake. Like, I don't know why he said that.
Okay,
but
wait.
that's what he
I
said.
didn't. Huh?
Angel's words.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah.
Nah, but for real, like, I personally think if he wants to redeem himself, like, dude, make a fucking content cover on your fucking.
Don't actually kill your
Beyonce,
girlfriend,
bro.
Idubbbz, please.
Don't do that. But come on, man, have some actual fucking. Like, you're already rich as it is. Like, this dude makes so much fucking money. You know?
Does he?
Yeah. He's
much
really
money?
his
How much money does he make?
dude. He's definitely in the millions. He's definitely in the millions. There's no fucking way. He's definitely in the millions.
What
I
makes you
haven't
think he
searched that
makes $1
up,
million
but I'm gonna
dollars?
search it. I'm gonna search it up. I'm gonna search that shit.
How are you
up, but
gonna
I'm very sure.
find that out?
You can check through
I swear to God, you see
their
Social
subscriber
Blade.
count. So no, I don't even know this. I don't know Social Blade.
Oh,
Just wait
that's
till you
like
go.
kind of where you make money, like not where you make money, but it shows like how much they make. And a majority of of YouTubers have even said like, no, that's not accurate whatsoever. I have never
can see
made that
that.
much money in my fucking life.
I don't know. I'm just this dude definitely wealthy, man, and for just him to just like number one,
I don't
pay
think he's
for his
wealthy.
girlfriend's boob job. He
Hey,
paid
whoa,
for
whoa,
her
whoa, whoa,
boob
whoa,
job.
whoa, 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 whoa! Who wouldn't though?
Who wouldn't? I mean, if you want to support her, but then
No.
to
I'm talking
support
about
her
the
to become
boob
a
job. That's supporting you. That's for you, Chief.
okay, then
I'm saying.
I
Wait,
guess-
okay.
I mean, hey,
okay.
if
If
you
you want to
like boobs
say,
like that-
if you want to say he's simping because he's supporting the thottery that's happening here, okay, fine, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
But the boob
yeah.
job, that's a dub on both sides, son.
That's
all right?
okay.
That's a
That's
dub.
If
That's
they
a
look
dub.
nice. If they look nice.
That's a dub.
Because that's a
And
if
his
they
name
look
is
nice,
Idubbbz. Remember,
if it looked nice, because if
If
that
you have
shit
to
looked that
pay for a
nasty,
boob job, find another girl.
man,
damn, like that.
come on, man.
Hey,
I
like
don't know.
that.
I think that shit might be shallow. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, I like natural boobs, bro. I would never
I like
pay for a
natural,
boob job.
man. Yeah.
I don't care,
Listen,
you know, if they're not the
like-
right shape or whatever.
Listen. But you still hitting though. You would still hit even if they weren't natural.
Yeah, but
If you met a
not
girl with
if
a
she-
nice personality and she actually was nice and everything, she had a big butt, but then she was like, "Oh yeah, but my boobs are a little fake." You ain't stopping. Shut the fuck up. You ain't
Well,
stopping.
yeah, but she.
you're not.
She, okay,
you're
but
not
she,
even.
okay, okay,
Your
okay.
boobs are fake.
No. You're not letting me speak. She's already coming with that, so you can't change that. You know, she did that shit already. This girl, on the other hand, she's over here like, my boobs, you know, and complaining to you, and then you're over here like,
My
fuck,
ass,
like,
you're
I guess.
being a little bit. If you wanted a dick
No.
extension, you'd be there, first one lined up, be like, "Yo, I
No.
want my dick 8 inches.
Dude,
I want that
you know
shit
how
in her
dangerous
fucking throat."
You know how dangerous dick extensions are, bro? You know how dangerous that shit is,
I
dude?
don't
That
give a
shit will-
fuck. I'm first one in line.
Go ahead, man. Go fucking right ahead.
I'm pretty sure
dude.
they exist already.
I'm dropping
Joe,
my
so-
shit on your
No,
table.
no, they exist. Please, at like fucking Olive Garden, please, you know.
Oh,
So
I didn't
fucking-
say all that. Not publicly.
You said, I didn't say. Oh no, please. Oh no, do that, please. In public, do it.
I heard that once you get a dick extension, like only part of it gets hard.
Oh, really?
That sucks.
Yeah, like
Yes,
only
dude,
like half of it
fucking
will
sucks.
get
Your
hard.
nerves. There's a
Yeah.
possibility of your nerves getting fucked up. I'm sorry, but
Mm.
I want my nut to feel good. That's just me.
Look at that.
I'm
Look
cool,
at that.
yeah,
Selfish. 90. That's why I tell everybody. 99%. Be
Selfish?
selfish. He said, "I want my nut to feel good." What about her nut?
Yeah,
dude?
my nut. 'Cause
Hashtag
my
her nut
fucking-
on Twitter. Hashtag her nut. Hashtag her her choice.
my fucking-
Hashtag her nut matters.
Hashtag
nut matters.
her nut matters just as much.
We'll start a new hashtag.
God, dude.
What were you talking about? Idubbbz. See,
Idubbbz.
Idubbbz. You hear that, Angel? What does that say? Dubs.
Yeah,
What that mean?
He ain't taking a dub right now, right?
Damn,
Not at
that's
all.
rough.
What's a
All right,
fucking
Idubbbz.
ever,
If you
dude?
want to defend yourself, we are at nothing on Twitter or Instagram because we don't have shit. So,
bro.
contact
Whatever.
us through YouTube. I'd love to see you
Like really
find out
like,
about Angel's
I-
life and just rip them
I know,
apart.
right?
on here.
Like I know, right? Really, like I don't know. I appreciate Idubbbz. Like
Yeah.
he made my day a lot of the time. Smart dude, you know. I backed up with a lot of stuff he said. I thought it was true. Thought it was right, you know.
Yeah.
And just for him to go back on his word, I don't know. It's a little disappointed.
I don't
I'm not
think
mad at
it's
him.
going back on
I'm-
his word, just being a hypocrite, and he's just not
Being a hypocrite.
supporting what
Yeah.
he preaches.
Exactly. And you know what? Look, if at the end of the day,
I-
I guess if this should make him happy, go right fucking ahead. Idubbbz, like, do you, man? You know, just realize that it's like, come on, you just.
I don't
man.
really, I haven't seen the video where he made fun of them or anything like that, so that's why I didn't really trip, and I don't really care if his girlfriend has the OnlyFans.
There's a video
I
where
really
he's
don't
just
give a
like, if
fuck.
you support this shit, if you are one of them, you're a fucking thought, is what he said. That's legit. Like,
I haven't seen
all
the
right.
video.
yeah, there's a literal clip of him. Just calling
Okay,
them
but I'm
thoughts,
telling you, I
dude.
haven't seen it. That's it. That's just the end of the conversation. I just haven't seen it, bro. That's it.
I don't know, man. Just weird.
You can take
I don't know.
anybody's word, but I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Poor little Idubbbz,
If he
dude.
did say that, then
I
I
want
still-
him out of the dark, dude. I want him to see the light, dude.
wait. But he
Who-
said that about the people who pay, or did he say something about the girls
Both.
themselves?
He called the guys who pay.
Mhm.
They're fucking retarded because there's fucking porn out there,
Mhm.
okay? And then he called the girls who do that for shit for money and think it's a fucking job, that it's a fucking joke, and that they're thoughts, they're e-thoughts and all this shit. All right. And so I'm like, okay. And it's funny because his girlfriend, look, even his girlfriend stated that she was against it. She didn't deal with that shit at all because she was a league streamer, right? But
Mm.
then she wanted a boob job. Fine, he did it. Cool, whatever. I guess that's not the issue.
And what if he
Then
dumped her though?
It's
What if he dumped her though?
if he dump, man, he can do him. That's if he wants to do that. Look, I don't want him to do it out of the sake of the community. I want him to do it because he
No.
wants
What if he's like, man, that's what I stand against. I don't fuck with this. What if he dump her?
Would you like if he dump her, I guess. I mean, it's his fiance, which is weird. I know a lot of people are just like, bro, but what if he's just there to hit, bro? He's just there to hit. I'm like, bro, he's been with her for such a fucking long time. What do you mean? Who stays
Paid
there?
for her
and
boobs.
paid for her boobs, bro. Like the fuck you talking about? You're fucking go suck a dick. Go be a fucking simp somewhere else. Okay, like I don't know. That's just me. It's just my opinion. And as I said, like for me, I think that he should,
If he
you know,
hitting, he
just
hitting.
do.
That's it.
I mean, of course he's still hitting. You know, I'm
He
not
clapping.
trying to take that away from him. Tapping. You
I don't know. I think it's smart. I think it's smart that they are able to fucking just use that following to survive off a life like that. Like if they pay in the taxes, I don't really give a fuck what they do with their bodies because they ain't my
Do
girl.
that, that's fine. I don't know. Yeah, no, sure. You know,
what I mean?
fair enough.
Like I wouldn't want my girl to do that. I would be like, oh well, I'm gonna get an actual job, and so are you.
I know.
You
I
know?
don't know. Just like,
Sorry,
like,
no recruit
just,
mode here.
No recruit. I don't know. Just
I'd be fine with my girl selling feet pics.
Yeah, same.
that's feet pics, fine, whatever.
100%.
You know, I guess that's whatevs. You know, that's feet.
I'd be getting that
you know?
moolah. I'd be
That
like, yeah,
over
you
feet.
give me a cut.
Yeah, give me a
So
cut.
we
Yeah.
can, or take me to freaking wherever I want to go.
I hope Idubbbz pulls the full 180, bro. I hope he reverse Uno cards his bullshit, and it turns out that she was just joking about OnlyFans, and then he'd be like, all you
I hope
fucking
so, man.
sheep, you fucking sheep, fucking hate you.
I hope.
I
fucking hope
I
so.
hope you all die. I hope he says something like that.
I hope so, man. I
He
want
said,
him to
I
prove
hope
me
so,
wrong.
man.
I hope so, man. I want him to prove me wrong. I want him to make me look fucking stupid. I really do. Because then that's how I know, you know, the dub is back, bro.
The
Dub
dub.
is back. The dub is back. Not for real. Legit. Like the dub is back. It's like
Until
alright,
until then, he
Cool.
gotta change his name from Idubbbz to ILs, bro.
I guess, man. I don't
Rest
know.
in peace. Rest in peace to
I
go.
still respect. Don't get me wrong. I still respect him. You know,
Rest
like
in peace
like
to
you
go.
said, he definitely made a lot of people's childhood and
Not
it
childhood.
definitely
I'm talking about like
not
teenage
childhood,
years,
but
bro.
like teenage years. Definitely, yeah,
I'm
teenage
like,
years.
not 13.
Not 13, yeah, and
13
definitely showed up all these people who were fucking doing dumb shit and how stupid they were, and even the shit they were saying and how stupid that shit was. You know?
Yeah. I was
We're just
rewatching
like-
a couple of his videos today. Watching Asian Jake Paul. That one was really
Yeah,
fun.
Asian Jake Paul. Yeah,
I miss content cops.
those shits were fun, man.
They were a breath of fresh air after fucking Filthy Frank left.
Yeah.
Felt good knowing that I can go watch a video about Benny and Rafi Fuck Eyes. I always say their names for the Fine Bros. That shit's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck personally. For me, Idubbbz can do whatever the fuck he wants. Same thing with his girlfriend. I don't give a fuck what they do. If he's cool with it, then
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Also, people's perspective on things changes all over time. I think
Yeah.
even if he does like agree with even if he doesn't he didn't used to agree with it, I think if he makes a public announcement, be like, hey, yeah, I said that shit, but I don't really fucking agree with those things now. I think that's good enough for me. I don't really need to fucking hear a whole backstory or him breaking up with his girlfriend for me to feel happy about it. I'm kind of just like whatever about it.
If that's the case, you know, at least he's owning up to that. Because so far from what I know, I don't think there is a statement, because I know on Twitter, his fucking girlfriend was just like this, or someone had like tweeted her like, "Oh, does Idubbbz support this?" And she was just like, "Yeah," but it was from her words, not his. So I don't know. I don't really know how it feels about it, but
I will say though, The Hunt, 6.5 out of 10. It was
7 out of 10 here.
very.
Yeah, 7 out of 10, I would say. So like a 6.8, 6.7.
I just rounded to the fucking 0.5.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't know?
You
about
got a
that?
majority rule, bro. Throw it in an average calculator. It'd be like 6.75 or 6.8.
All right, bro. But we look up IMDb real quick. Then we talk about majority rule. That's a 6.2.
What?
If you look up IMDb, that's a majority rule right there, son.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not talking about them. So.
you talking about in this room.
Talking about the people that matters, okay?
You talking about in this
Damn,
room.
yo, we matter, bro. Fuck all them critics, man.
Yeah, if you take anyone else's opinion seriously, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Only Movie Share podcast. If you listen to any other podcast, you automatically don't. We're not disowning you. We actually want you to come back, please. Please keep watching.
Please.
It's all for entertainment.
Come to our
all
page.
for entertainment.
Come to our Patreon, bro. We'll send you feed pics, bro. We promise.
Yeah. Nothing serious here.
Make it only
we get into deep topics, but none of the dark humor jokes about Hitler, Nazis are true at all.
For sure.
Just want to make that
Like,
clear
let's-
because I
let's
know
make it-
some
yeah.
motherfuckers will be very pissed about those jokes, and I just want to make that apparent.
Legit.
That if you hear that shit, it's taken out of context, and if anybody fucking sends this to anybody on Twitter, just know you're taking that out of context. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm legit. Just, you know, put a disclaimer out there, you know, that like shit we say, you don't gotta be taking that shit seriously, you know?
Yeah.
We say shit, we got opinions, and yeah, a lot of fucking jokes. Whether you can decipher what are jokes and what are not, just chill the fuck out. Don't take it that fucking seriously.
If you're
right?
a fan and you feel uncomfortable by that, then you should definitely let us know. If there's other people that feel the same way you do, say something.
Sure.
We're not ignorant. We're not stupid.
We're willing to be open to ideas.
Exactly. Or into any movie ideas or anything you guys want to drop down in the comments. But yeah, I really have nothing more to say about this fucking movie. I think it's gonna fall into obscurity over time, personally, but that's just my opinion.
I got you. Yeah.
Hopefully,
I think so.
Hopefully, I like to think the future is a very bright place. So
yeah. Hopefully,
in the future, there won't need to be these type of films because maybe we'll all get along. Because I have a dream.
Yeah. Well, I'll be like Crystal.
Be like Crystal and don't be a fucking idiot and follow what everybody says online. I'm assuming that's if she's not the actual Crystal. If she is, well then fuck that bitch. But,
well, what did she even say? She just said, fuck this elitist bitch.
Yeah, fuck this bitch for killing people.
That's all she did, though, was comment that.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I've seen worse
if I
shit
saw
already.
something, I feel like if I saw something like that, I'd be like, damn, this bitch really did this shit. But you don't ever know if they actually do it or not. But
yeah, you gotta piss on her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that definitely wasn't.
You gotta R. Kelly him, bro. It's like setting up your dominance, bro. You ever heard of dogs, bro?
Down.
Yeah. Bro, tell me that you have never seen no dogs piss on another dog or area.
Oh yeah.
It's just asserting dominance. It's like, hey, this is my spot. But for them, it's like, hey, this is my bitch.
But we ain't fucking dogs.
Oh. Is it 11 o'clock already? That's crazy. No, but I hope whoever directed it, it was very boring. Stylize yourself. Take a step back. And if the studio won't let you, well then... abuse the fact that the studio will give you money and make as much money as possible and come out with an independent film. I know Christopher Nolan did that for the Batman films. I believe they said in an interview that he really wasn't into it, but he did it for the sake of being able to create his own little world, and getting money from that definitely helped him create movies that he wanted to make from the get-go. So just do what you love, whether that's reviewing movies, making movies, I don't fucking know, welding things together. Just do what you love. Something you should definitely love is Movie Trash Podcast. You should subscribe on YouTube. Soon we'll be heading on to Spotify and Apple Podcast, or whatever the fuck you call it. We want to start gaining a wider audience. So if you can listen on one of those, or maybe on here, or anywhere really, just to get some views in, that'd be nice. Like, comment, subscribe. Does anybody else have anything else to say?
Pretty Gucci here. Peace.
Yeah.
And leave a comment on what you thought, and whatever.
Yeah, let us know how you feel about the film. Let us know how you feel about Idubbbz' girlfriend's tit job. Are they some grade A titties or some bad double Ds? All right.
Oh, yeah.
GG. Have a good one.